For timing, to make sure you have enough time. And literally, if I just gave it to him blocked it, you get it time. Okay, do you know how to factor? Oh, wait. I have bad news. Sure.
Yeah,
Do you know how to factor? Fantastic. So, let's do something like. I'm getting to the bad news. I have to prepare myself to tell you the bad news. Well, it depends on who you are. If you're me, it's not very good. Okay, here we go, you guys. It's a constant reminder. Classes up here. So first of all, some major common mistakes. Major common mistakes. I see that all the time. No. Why not? Why is that voodoo?
because you can do it.
Elliot?
Because it's like possible to reduce numbers that are like subtracted from each other.
Okay, so it's not possible to reduce numbers that are subtracted from each other. Sort of. Yeah.
Factor, but not factor to reduce.
You don't reduce until after you factor. That's true. But why can't I do it right now? Yeah, Sophie.
Because x squared is to distribute the other parts.
Close. You're close. We're not distributing necessarily.
It needs to, like, the x squared on the bottom, for example, means the negative 4 needs to be divided by it too.
The negative 4 needs to be divided by it too. Here we go. Side note. Would you just divide out the ones? No. In the numerator, what would you do? It's not a trick question. What would you do in the numerator?
I would add it all.
Right, I would do 1 plus 6 minus 3. You would follow order of operations, yes? Okay, well, order of operations says that you square the number, then subtract the 4. So order of operations, you have to do the exponent, but then you need to subtract the 4 before you're allowed to just start crossing things off. So this is not right. What should I do? Mateen, you already said, what should I do?
Factor.
There you go, factor. So go for it. You have been factoring vertical asymptotes, poles, intercepts, etc. Factor. I sing songs about push-ups like that. Now I'm singing that song. Compare with your neighbor. Compare with your neighbor. Factor it first. You don't have to do anything else. Just factor it for right now. If you went further, that's okay. But I just want you to factor.
Wait a second, what's that? Okay.
Mike, can you give me the first numerator? There we go. X plus 2x minus 2. Fantastic. Allah, you want to give me the first denominator? Minus 1? Okay. Fantastic, Kevin.
X minus 3 plus 1.
I'm sorry, say it again.
X minus 3 plus 1.
Do we agree? Yeah? Sandra, what's the last? X plus 3, X minus 3. Now you have factored everything that you factored. Can I reduce now?
Yeah.
Yes, because, like here, what's X minus 2 over X minus 2? 1. Great, so we can reduce. What else you got for me? What else can I reduce? Yeah, Brandon.
X minus 3.
What Jason said.
What else? Nothing? Okay, so my answer is X plus 2, 2X plus 1. Does order matter? No, order does not matter. A times B, B times A, who cares? The next question is, should I multiply it out?
No.
Can you multiply it out? Yes. Why would you want to? If I ask you to graph this, isn't this the form you wanted it? If I ask you to graph, this is the form you wanted it. Yes? So, I like your book. I think your book has I think your book is good. I think it does a great job preparing you for the next level. However, your book uses language that's very, very bad. It does. It has a whole definition of CANCEL.
Cancel.
It's horrible. It's blasphemy. So you're going to see that in the book, and you say, Miss Babby, the book. I don't care what the book does. That is not proper mathematical language. Got it? That's the bad news. It's going to make the temptation to say that, the temptation is going to be strong. You will fight the temptation. I laugh, but it really does bug me. If you didn't know that already, it really bothers me a lot. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, what, Gavin?
Cancel.
No, you're on video saying that.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Like it's all in camera too. Like
It is all on camera what I say, but I also have the power to delete everything you say.
but it's getting like live on YouTube right now. It's like
It's not live.
It's not live.
It said like
It is.
started streaming, so like I can
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes behind. But it doesn't matter because you're not going to use your device in class. Now, are you? Oh, before I go any further, this is the truth. I'm serious. So yesterday you took the big partner trio quiz, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. At any point, I'm being totally serious. At any point did I tell you you could use a calculator?
That's why.
Did you use a calculator?
No.
Thank you. I got that on video too. All right. Thank you.
Wait.
Because how would I say this politically? I was accused of letting students use a calculator, and I knew that wasn't the case. So I just wanted to make sure that I asked and I put it out there just in case I was wrong. I didn't think I was wrong because I think you know better.
You had no calculator written in the biggest possible font.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, like I repeat myself over and over and over
And then
again.
someone asked you to calculator and you yelled at them.
I didn't yell. I never yell. Oh, that's terrible.
I
Oops.
agree.
The directions will say simplify. I completely left that off the last problem. So the directions will say simplify. I just drew a terrible line. This is nothing new. All right, and I will tell you that I really like this type of problem, so you might want to star it. These are excellent problems, not done, because it's going to assess several different ways for you to factor, and you understand what it means to simplify. Okay, so if I was a student, I'm putting a star next to this that I should anticipate. I need to know my stuff. All right, X squared. No, no. I lied. Divided by
Oh.
8 plus 2x over x squared minus 4x. Okay. I don't like to divide by a fraction. I mean, that is what this is, yes? Is it not a fraction? It's a funky fraction, but we don't like to divide by fractions. We like to multiply by reciprocals. Okay. Do you want me just to like show the in-between multiplying by the reciprocal, or we can just do all the factoring at once? Great. I heard both. So let me just write it out. How do you factor this first numerator? Well, okay, I understand what you mean by synthetic, but technically that's not a factoring method. Synthetic is not a factoring method. P over Q. Yeah, we do P over Q. Before doing P over Q, check to see if you can group. Before doing P over Q, check to see if you can group. What's it mean to group?
Like to factor.
Yeah. That's supposed to be minus sign. That's what you do. Group. You group the first two terms, you group the last two terms, and you hope that after pulling out a GCF, you'll have some nice factors remaining. Yeah.
If you like mix and match the terms, like bring.
Sure, you absolutely could mix and match them. Change the order. Not gonna help us. But try that first, because it could really save you a lot of time. All right, do your P over Q. What's P? I wrote it for you. What's P? 24. What's Q? 1. Great. So now you have to do factors of 24. Don't forget the plus or minus. So P, oh, I think I wrote this wrong. Hold on. It's, why'd you write in pen? It's supposed to be minus 24. Sorry. Oh. But you know, though, now it's going to work. So you can, sorry. Don't forget the plus or minus.
What P over Q did you use?
What P over Q did you use? You mean what choice did you have or whatever?
Wait, that's so dope.
How do you know that the number, quote unquote, works?
0.
Yeah, the remainder is 0. It works if the remainder is 0. Oh. Bus. Something better reduce. I'm going to be upset. Well, I mean, at least one of the factors should reduce it. What number works? There's lots of choices. There are 3 choices because it's cute. -2. Okay, I'm hearing -3. I heard -2 first. Yes, though -3 does also work. How do you write -2 as a factor? X plus 2. Yeah, this is the 0. This is the solution, the answer, whatever, okay? So that's the 0. That means x equals -2. Add 2 to both sides. Okay, so should you continue with P over Q? I mean, you should. You don't have to. You can, and you continue to try numbers, whatever, but from here, it's a quadratic, and we should be factoring quadratics in our speed. I believe it's x plus 3, x minus 4.
Yeah.
Denominator, how do you factor x squared plus 6x plus 5?
X plus 1, X plus 5.
Numerator, how do you factor x squared minus 4x minus 5?
X minus 1.
Oh, finally. So the plus 1s are going to go. It's backwards.
Make a negative sign.
What do you call it? Yeah, factor out a -1. You could,
You could do
like,
that.
factor it backwards, I guess. And how do you do that? I just play around with it. You got an x, it's kind of backwards, and you just mess around, try and figure it out. For most people, the factoring out the -1 is going to be a bit easier. You don't multiply by -1, you factor out a -1. Yes? So if you don't like that, rearrange it. It's totally doable. It's totally fine. Yes? I just rearranged the terms. That's all I did. Alright, so how's it factor? X minus 4 plus 2. Oh, nice. Yay! I like when the whole thing just reduces and you get 2. Yeah,
What's with the -1?
just so that it can be written in a more of a form that you like.
Oh,
Can you keep it?
wait,
You can totally factor it straight up as is.
okay.
So if you prefer that, it is, help me out, if you just factor it,
It's
Negative x
negative
plus
x
4.
and what is it?
X plus 2.
but then
You would
do the
factor in a
negative.
-1.
And then you would factor out the thing.
Um,
So, we're gonna talk about what happens if you don't factor out the -1, because it is gonna alter your answer.
wait, but don't we have to put the sign or change the sign?
Oh, I forgot the negative. Thank you. I forgot the negative sign. Yes, huge difference. Thank you. All right, start randomly crossing things off.
Let's put you.
So wait, why is it negative?
Because some people don't like to factor it backwards. So if you want to factor it like forwards, the way that you're used to, you have to take out the -1. Totally okay to go straight here. My experience is that students don't like to do it that way. All right, help me out. What am I going to reduce?
X plus 2.
Plus 2.
X plus 2.
X minus
X plus 1.
X minus 4.
Oh, okay. Yes, x minus 4. Don't drop that negative. Don't lose it. Is that it?
Yeah.
X plus 2.
Yeah, got the x plus 2. X plus 3. X minus 1.
Just have a negative.
Oh, that's it in the denominator.
Negative.
And then the negative.
I put it. Wait.
No!
Eh.
Can you move it to the top?
Put a numerator.
Put it in the numerator. Oh, that's so gross.
You.
Would you ever do that? The answer's no. Don't be smart, Alec. The answer's no. The negative goes in the numerator. Is it wrong to put it in the denominator? Kinda.
Or can't you just put it like in the middle?
Or you could put it out front, sure. That's always hard for me. I never know exactly where to put it. Yeah, you can, but it has to be level with it. Just put it in the front or in the numerator. It's easier. It's the same value. Yes, but it's like, ugh. It's gross. So what should I do instead?
Put it in the middle.
Or put it in the, I don't care, Mateen, that's fine. Is it okay to leave the parentheses? Sure, but you don't need them. I want to go back and address one thing, and that's the, if you choose to, like, this is fine for you and you factor it backwards. So the denominator, we have, so just here, this denominator, 4 minus x, 2 plus x. And then over here, you have an x minus 4, blah, 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 okay? Can I reduce those? Yes, but how do they reduce? -1. So you're probably going to lose that negative if you're not careful. You get the same answer though either way. One of them you factor out the -1 to begin with, the other one you factor out the -1. Elliot?
But technically, wouldn't the x plus 2 also reduce with the -1 to make it positive?
No. Let me write out the whole thing. Oh, that's nice. We need to close the door. When you reduce this, x plus 2, 2 plus x, are they not the same?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, these are the same. Order doesn't matter when you add. Order does matter when you subtract. All right, so we need to go through your homework packet. We need to go through the test, info, etc. Okay.